It's always a great day when Jordan Klepper pops back up in my feed. And as always, the way he handles the bizarre ideas of the far right gives me hope that there are still people like him out there. Of course, these interviews also leave me feeling a strange mix of amusement and despair for humanity. And his most recent video on Republicans' newfound love for everything Russian will make you ponder questions like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And where can I get a prescription for whatever the they are on? If you would have told me 8 years ago that conservatives would be head over heels for a Russian dictator of a formerly communist country, I would be asking you if you had hit your goddamn head. But here we are.
I would like to see America be more in that, like Russia.
Yes, Russia.
It's clean. Everybody looks healthy. I mean, it looks like they, take care of their people.
You see the streets in Russia, people are walking around, they all seem to be happy. Their country really looks like they've got things together a little bit. I used to live in Milwaukee, and there's places in Milwaukee that you can't go to because me as a little white guy, I wouldn't feel safe being there. You see the streets in Russia, it looks like their infrastructure in their country looks a whole lot nicer than ours does here.
The murder rate is twice as high in Russia as it is in the United States.
I didn't know that, guys. I mean, well, thank you for informing me.
Yep, they've really figured out the secret to keeping things looking clean and healthy. It's almost like if you run a country through strong-arm tactics like silencing the media, killing off your political opponents, or force an entire country to give up everything, including their lives to build a sweet-ass metro, you can make it seem clean and healthy. And just so I'm clear, that metro that Tucker Carlson and all the cult members are so enamored with was mostly built during Stalin's reign in the 1930s and 40s and is covered in artwork propagandizing communism. It was literally built with the blood, sweat, and tears of Russians. Stalin sent 18 million people through the gulag, where up to 3 million people died as a result. But hey, at least Tucker got some cheap bread. Putin idolizes Stalin. Think about that for a second. A man who murdered millions of Russian civilians in a communist country is the idol of the man that Trump supporters believe is a great leader. Don't believe me?
He's strong, he's well-mannered, he speaks well.
Putin is well-mannered, right?
Absolutely.
He knows where the fork goes, where the knife goes, which window the journalist goes out of.
I think he's a calm person. I think he's methodical. I think he thinks about things beyond today. And I think he sees into the future for his country.
It looks like he's thinking 2 steps ahead,
Yes.
right? It's almost like he knows what the next territory that he wants to infiltrate with his own perspective, right?
Putin is a bad leader, runs this country. He's a respectful person towards his country.
What do you like about Vladimir Putin?
The way he's leading his country is all for freedom. I used to watch his videos, fishing, horseback riding back in the day.
You would do it just for fun? You'd watch Putin horseback riding videos?
Yeah,
Who's a better leader, Vladimir Putin or Joe Biden?
Putin.
This is the level of cognitive dissonance in the Trump cult, and it seems to only be getting worse. Republicans at this point don't even know what they believe. They are literally sharing great replacement conspiracy theories about the Jews while flying the flag of Israel, and complaining that Jewish people are behind the TikTok ban that they used to support because they supposedly hated China. These people's brains have been twisted and manipulated like a Rubik's Cube, and at this point, Russian interference through social media is just peeling off the stickers and putting them wherever they want. In the Mueller report, which Trump cultists love to bring up, even though they have never read it, the investigation resulted in charges against 34 individuals and 3 companies, 8 guilty pleas, and a conviction at trial. And though the report did not reach a conclusion about possible obstruction of justice by Trump, citing a Justice Department guideline that prohibits the federal indictment of a sitting president, Attorney General Barr pointed to 10 episodes of potential obstruction. But wait, there's more.
There was an amazing Washington Post report by Catherine Belton, an investigative reporter, who got her hands on some secret Kremlin documents. So this is a pitch for a partisan media campaign in the U.S. The targets of this campaign are Republican Party voters. We want to echo what they're saying, which is that, I'm just reading from the document here, colored, perverts, and invalids get all the privileges.
Sounds like a Toby Keith lyric.
This will sound familiar to you. The danger of criminality of colored people and immigrants.
Yeah, I've heard a thing or two there. Meet Klein Preston. That's the founder of the KGB.
Yes.
He was a lawyer for future GOP Senator Marsha Blackburn. He attended the NRA convention in 2015 with a convicted Russian agent, and in 2020, he fought to overturn Biden's election results in Michigan to help Trump.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm pro-Russia.
From a
decorating perspective, perhaps.
Well, I mean, I could see how someone would make such a comment based on, knowing my background,
Or your furnishings.
my furnishings, and
Yeah. Or your knickknacks,
yeah,
your oil paintings,
long interest.
weaponry on the wall,
Yeah.
the bus.
Vladimir Putin's done a very good job for his country, and he's really popular.
Some people claim that he controls the media. He controls and or executes his enemies.
I mean, who?
Well, Navalny.
But there's no proof that he killed him.
Right. Okay. Yevgeny Prigozhin.
Prigozhin, okay. His plane blew up or whatever.
What about somebody like Nikolai Glushkov, Putin critic? Is that suspicious to you, his death?
Yeah, suspicious, absolutely.
Yeah.
But can I say that Vladimir Putin did it? No.
No.
Litvinenko, you remember him?
I don't.
Well, let's just say he had a penchant for polonium,
Right.
especially in his tea. He died a horrible death.
As we were talking, Klein got an unexpected call.
Oh, man, I've got to do it.
Got a call?
Yeah, RT thing,
That's Russian television that's calling?
yeah.
I mean, I have to ask, are you a Russian asset?
Well, if I am, I'm a bad one.
Things that make you go, whether it's the Mueller report, stories about interference campaigns ran by Russians uncovered by journalists, or just straight up video of a dude doing the Russian government's job for him, you would think Trump supporters would be able to see the light. But as is always the case with addicts, attempting to pull them away from their preferred substance is only resulting in them becoming even more entrenched. And even if it means losing friends, family, or their tenuous grip on reality, they are going down with the ship. Unfortunately, they're trying to take the rest of us with them. As long as Trump and other enablers continue to supply them with their fix, the cultists will chew up and regurgitate whatever they are fed. And it comes out the same no matter what it goes in or comes out of. Trump and Russia know it just has to have the most important ingredient, fear of the other.
What do you think started the war in Ukraine?
Joe Biden and his son. They're pumping money over there, and we know it's coming back to politicians' pockets here.
It is corruption. They're taking advantage of the situation where what they created. It's by design.
This war was started so that Biden could remain president.
That is what's happening.
Wartime president.
So how did Biden manufacture Putin sending tanks into Ukraine?
That's a good question.
But you do think it was manufactured by Biden?
Yes.
Yes. Well.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But how he did it,
How does he do a lot of things that he does?
that's a way to evade it, for sure. Connect these dots how Zelensky is benefiting from this. Where's the...
Because he has yachts, he has plenty of money, and guess what Zelensky does? He sniffs cocaine right in front of y'all.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, but it seems like most of these people are high on misinformation. When you start defending dictators and propping up the most un-Christ-like people as saints and saviors, I think you might have a problem. And when you take a look around and you are surrounded by people like Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, Kyle Rittenhouse, and Donald Trump, who have the combined IQ of an apple, I think it's about time to seek help. But if you want to have a laugh at their expense, check out this episode of the MAGA Meltdown, where they dive deep into the shallow end of racism and ignorance. Until next time, remember, get educated and get out and vote.